Welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. My inspiration this week were these stickers from Just Starkey, and I have been wanting to use them since I got them months ago. One are the mountain trees, and the other are mountain vision stickers. And then I also had a few quotes left from her. I also grabbed some washi tape. I wanted to try and get a little bit of color in, and then the navy blue. And then I'm also grabbing my Heidi Swapp stamps that I used in my monthly layout. And I also grabbed the Mojo Jojo Plans sticker book, and I'm going to use that like light bluish green since it kind of goes with the colors in the washi tape. And then I'm also going to use like that navy bluish color. And those are from the Spring Boxes book from Mojo Jojo Plans. I'm not sure if it's available, but I will link to her website down below. And on this week's spread, I am going to go ahead and start by laying down the colorful washi tape. It's really the main color for my spread, so I wanted to make sure that it had a prominent space on my layout. And I'm jumping right into the spread this week and not starting with my sidebar because I'm not sure what I want to do with my sidebar. I think I want to change it up a little bit. So I'm just going to jump in and start laying down the trees until I figure out what I'm going to do with my sidebar. I also wanted to bring in some of that navy blue washi tape that I had. It's a medium thickness, and I just ripped one edge so that it was a little rough and cut the other edge straight with my Cricut control knife. And then I will also go along and cut the edges off the bottom of the trees just because I didn't like the clear overlapping the navy blue. And then I also, for most of these, I will also use my jelly roll pen to white out the lines. But I will cut out me waiting for the jelly roll ink to dry. It does take, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 seconds for it to dry enough to lay the sticker down. Otherwise, there is no point of putting the jelly roll down because it just smushes it out and then you can see the line again. My plan for this first week of the year is to not include my work plans in this spread. I'm not exactly sure what all is going to happen. There are some things that I need to take care of because I was out with COVID at the end of the year. But other than that, there are a few projects that I'm not sure which will be the focus for the week. So instead of trying to make room in my planner on this spread, I will just have a separate sheet for my work plans. I do, however, want to make sure that I leave enough room for all my personal tasks. I am off on Monday and my kids are off on Tuesday, and we just have some random things going on this week that we don't normally have. I have a couple doctor's appointments, we have hair appointments, there's a fundraiser one night, and just things like that that I would like to make sure I have room to note. But once you see the final spread, leave a comment down below and let me know if you think I went a little too crazy with the trees. I did buy 2 sheets of the tree stickers, and like I said, I really like them, but I probably could have gotten by with 1 just because I felt like I was putting so many trees in, it actually ended up unbalancing the page. But once again, you'll have to let me know down below what you think. So I started with a cluster on the weekend because I know that just 1 box for each day on the weekend is more than enough, especially since my son has a double header on Saturday and also training on Sunday. Then I moved over to the left side and kind of put one in the middle of the bottom of the page. I did not want to just run the washi tape all the way across the middle. I wanted to add a little bit of interest and variety to the page. I also wanted to try to figure out how I was going to use those vision stickers, and I got a little stuck, so I decided that I would go ahead and put my lines in for this week. Of course, I had moved my pen to the other desk, so I had to go grab it real quick. But I am going to go ahead and put the lines and the check boxes in for this week. And then I just varied where in the box I was placing the lines. I started by placing them towards the bottom and then a little towards the top. And then I just went back and forth, just again for a little bit of visual interest. And so everything wasn't so just straight across the page. Then I pulled out the Mountain Vision stickers again. I probably would have just continued to avoid using them, but I really like them. I just had never used stickers quite like this before, so I decided that I would just lay them down and make them work. So I did take the longer horizontal one and I laid it down on Monday and a little bit on Tuesday just so I could note my kids' winter break. At this point, I'm not sure if I'm just going to get a Sharpie and write over top of it, or if I'm going to layer a sticker on top of it, but I did want to use it. Then I knew I wanted to make a cluster down in the bottom right-hand corner. On the Thursday, Friday, I know that I don't need a bunch of room to write, and I keep grabbing my black pen instead of the white pen. But I know that I don't need a bunch of space down there to write additional tasks. That just would be overwhelming and too much since I'm working on Thursday and Friday. But I wanted to put a cluster down there and I got stuck trying to figure out how to overlap things with these stickers. So I did have to play around with it for a little bit before I liked the outcome. And both the Just Starkey stickers and the Mojo Jojo Plan stickers are very sticky. So I really recommend Undo in this situation. I have ripped many stickers that are sticky like this, and it really is worth it just to grab the Undo and take the stickers up and give it a minute to dry and then try again. Once it was dry, I decided to put the vision sticker up towards the top. And I did use the line that was already on the sticker to overlap with the line again. And then I grabbed a square blue box and a rectangular teal box. And I still was not loving how that looked. But once I put the little tree in there, I felt like that pulled it all together. And again, I'm just cutting off the bottom of the tree so that it's flat and it can sit right on top of the blue sticker. And the sticker that I grabbed says, I put the pro in procrastinate, and I debated on whether or not to put it in since it is the first of the year and I'm trying to be better and I'm trying not to procrastinate, but it is fitting, so I just did go ahead and put it in. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put my functional stickers in for the week. On Wednesday, I have 2 doctor's appointments, so I'm just going to grab a blue and a teal box, and then I'm going to base what colors I pick off of that. And I'm still losing my voice a little bit here and there, so thank you for bearing with me. I did decide to go ahead and put a rectangular sticker over top of that vision blob on Monday and Tuesday. I did try to center it as best as I could, but again, that is for my kids' winter break. But I did like how it looked after I put the sticker on it, and it will definitely make it easier to write on it. So I went ahead and left that. And then Thursday, the kids and I have hair appointments, and it's my dad's birthday, so I went ahead and put 2 stickers in for that. And then I'm also going to put in a larger sticker for my son's doubleheader on Saturday. And even though it doesn't go into Sunday, I do like to sometimes overlap the line just so it's not so structured. And now I am going to jump over to my sidebar. As you can see, I was counting the number of lines to make sure that there is a line for each day of the week. I am going to use the top box for dinner planning and the bottom box for exercise for the week. I am trying to get back into my routines and back into my exercise habit, so I want a space in my planner to do that. And I'm going to play around with where I put it. This week I'm going to put it on the sidebar. There will be times when I put it on each day. I'm just going to try to find what works best for me. And since it's been a year since I've done any regular fitness plan, I'm going to have to just figure it out. And then below that, I put in a box where I can write priority of the week. And then below that, I will list what my big priority is. I feel like I'm getting a lot of little things done lately, but not any of the big things. And I really need to focus on the big things. So I definitely wanted to get at least one more of the Mountain Vision stickers put in. And like I said, I really like these stickers, so I wanted to use every single one of them. So it took a little restraint to not use every single sticker on all 3 sheets. But I did go ahead and tuck one of those vision stickers on my weekend, and then I put a tree by my meal plans, and then I was struggling where else to put them. This is where I feel like things got a little unbalanced. But like I said, I just like the stickers so much, I couldn't stop. So I did put some down in the corner. I do think they're a little too close to the ones right above it, but I didn't care. I just like the stickers. And I'm sure you've heard this 100 times, but it is your planner and you can do what you want. So I wanted more stickers, so I just kept going. So after I get this tree cluster down, I also do want to put a little cluster on the right hand side of the page somewhere to balance out the cluster that I have on the right side of the page. So I grabbed another one of those vision stickers and found a place to tuck it. I feel like it almost looks like a moon where I put it, but I did white out the line, lay down the sticker, and then overlapped a square box on it. I did lift up the trees a little bit with my undo just so I could tuck the square box underneath it. I thought it looked silly to overlap on top of the trees. So I did lift the trees up and layer it over top of the boxes. And then I did grab another one of the Just Starkey stickers, but I did cut off one of the words. The sticker says, "Cancel my subscription, I'm done with your issues," but the issues at the bottom was centered, and I wanted to left justify it so that I could center the text in the box and then put issues to the left of the top of the tree, if that makes sense. Hopefully you can see it here in the video. That alignment definitely looked better for my perfectionistic side. But once I got this all laid down, it still felt like something was missing. So it was time to go to my Heidi Swapp stamps. And I know that these are no longer available, but she does have a lot of other options in her shop. So I will go ahead and link those down below. But the first one that I grabbed just says, "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but building the new." And it's by Socrates. And I just think that that is perfect for the beginning of the year. And I also will cut out the time that it takes for me to clean each stamp before I put it away. Again, I like to get them cleaned and put them away right away. Otherwise, they won't get cleaned and put away. The next stamp I grabbed says new adjective, not existing before, made, introduced, or discovered recently, or now for the first time. And I'm liking how these groupings are starting to look fuller. So I'm going to keep adding some more stamps. And I'm just using the Tim Holtz Black Soot Distress ink because I don't want something super bold. So the stamp that I put in the left sidebar says celebrate every little thing. And some of these are a little blurry because I over ink or I push down too hard. But again, they don't have to be perfect because the trees aren't perfect, the vision areas aren't perfect, so I think it's okay. The next thing I put in says change requires optimism. And again, I'm really liking how these clusters are getting fuller, but I feel like something's still missing. So I grabbed this stamp that I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be confetti or snow or what exactly, but I start filling in the empty gaps in the clusters. So next to the trees, and then I decide that I want them in even more spaces. So I start covering up the areas I don't want to mess up with this confetti or snow sticker, and then stamping down in the open areas. And I really feel like this ties everything together. There aren't huge areas of white space anymore. There's no like awkward areas that I need to try to write in or find another sticker for. So I'm just going to go around the page and fill in some of those awkward gaps. And at one point I thought I had put too many in, but I just decided to keep going. And really it ended up turning out better than I could have imagined. I did sometimes stamp twice without re-inking, or I would stamp on the overlay page and then turn my stamp around and stamp with that part, just so that there was a little bit of depth and it wasn't all one solid color of dot, but I think that helped as well. And then once I went around the page, I did decide that I wanted to put something in the sidebar below where I'm going to put my exercise and above where I want to put the priority. So I did grab the two stamps, one that says new and one that says year, and stamp them in the sidebar. And then I got the little snow stamp out again and stamped around the new year. And since I had overstamped that New Year stamp, I felt like the dots kind of hid the imperfections or the mistake. So that was a pleasant surprise. And as you can see, I just mask the area with two scrap pieces of paper and then stamp the white space that I'm trying to cover up. And then I'm just going to clear off my desk and take another look and see what is missing or what I need to add. And I think I'm happy with the spread. So the next thing is just to put pen to paper. I hope everyone has a great first week of the year, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!